out there. No other place can try compare. Let's keep the flag waving. Lucia is heaven. This is the promised land. Can't you celebrate? Let's congratulate Julian. This one's for you. So come get your flowers. This one is ours, my girl. You saw it through. So when you see people out there.
Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Now it was our hero's welcome for St. Lucia's darling of the track. Julian Alfred made her much anticipated return home to St. Lucia after her Olympic Games heroics, where she won the 100-meter title and silver in the 200 meters in Paris. Alfred landed at the Heronora International Airport earlier on Tuesday. Our very own Maria Ramarak is currently on a motorcade in Cicerone, Julian's hometown. She recapped the activities from her arrival at the airport.
I'm coming to you today from a very different location. It's hot here in St. Lucia, and we just left the Heronora International Airport, where we met with St. Lucia's first Olympic medalist, and not just the Olympic medalist, gold and silver. And what a fanfare it was there at the International Airport. A lot of different dignitaries were there to meet Julian Alfred. We had the Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
I'm really privileged and humbled to be the first to welcome 10.72 second Olympic Corvette, Mrs. Julian Alfred, to the land of above St. Lucia. Welcome, 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 Mr. Alfred, right? We must pay tribute to Julian's mother, Miss Joanna Alfred, and extended family, who nurtured her in becoming a determined, disciplined, patient, and committed young lady, and making maximum use of any opportunities for self-improvement. I'm sure that these formative years herald the development of this global superstar. On behalf of the government and people of St. Lucia, Joanna family, we thank you.
His speech was extremely moving, thanking the entire of Julian Alfred's community for supporting her, and telling St. Lucians to rally behind as we continue to celebrate the achievement of Julian Alfred. Well, Minister of Sport, he was also present, and his words were very, very touching.
God has really blessed this nation, the only nation named after a woman in the entire world. And it is a woman that has taken us to the pinnacle of the entire globe. And of course, we are blessed because we have the perfect representative of a solution taking us to that level. Somebody who's kind, somebody who loves people, somebody who's generous and humble. That person is Julian Alfred.
But the most touching of them all was Julian Alfred. She was moved to tears, of course, saying thank you, St. Lucia, thank you to her village that made this possible.
I know I'm usually, short, so it's good. But today, I just want to say I'm really lost for words. Honestly, I'm going to get emotional up. I just want to say thank you. I've done something for such a long time, just being an inspiration to the youth of St. Lucia, wanting to give back and just wanting to, inspire them so we can have many more Lilbert Spencers and many more Darren Sammys and many more like myself. It didn't come easy. It was truly a rocky road. Many things I wanted to just give up, throw in the towel and just say I'm done. But my village, those persons who are around me, I just want to say thank you for just everything that you have done for me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being tough.
So we're on the motorcade now. The vibes is nice, the energy is right, and we're heading to Julian Alfred's hometown, Cicerone, to meet and greet a lot of her villagers and a lot of her supporters. Can't wait to see what's in store for us, and we'll be back tomorrow bringing you all the very best from St. Lucia. Keep you updated with all the events.
Now, Julian also got some love from the CPL. Let's check that out.
Just let me take this moment to just say that, you know, this one was dedicated to Julian Alfred. Today is a homecoming, our Olympic gold and silver medalist, and she's coming home. So this one was dedicated to her. Thank you, Juju, for bringing home the gold and silver medal. We appreciate it. This one is for you.
Yeah, fantastic, Ricardo. I mean, look, one of the things that I do know about Julian Alfred is that she's really proud of where she comes from, and she's proud of the fact that she represents that little village of Cicerone, where life is hard for many people there, and she's managed to break through and shown others that this is possible for all the kids in that community, all the kids at her school, who would have been looking for an opportunity to say, okay, I can do this. She's now a living example of that.
Yeah, every time she speaks, Leighton, she usually says it wasn't always easy. And in that clip, she said it again, that there were many days where she felt like throwing in the towel and saying, I am done, I am not doing this anymore. And I think that is such an important lesson for young men and women right across the Caribbean, because I believe, and it is something I've always struggled with, because I believe there are so many individuals who look on at your success and they think that it is something that was achieved easily. They think that it is something that was achieved overnight. They don't understand the tears. They don't understand the sacrifices that often have to be made for individuals to achieve their dreams. And maybe you are an athlete, yeah? Maybe you do track and field, maybe it's cricket, maybe it is in some other endeavor. But the truth is, to make it to the top in anything that you do, to be the best in the world, to be the best in your country, to be the best in your region, it will require sacrifice.
Absolutely.
It will require a certain level of determination and quite often what people don't understand is that sometimes it will require time as well.
Absolutely.
And it's not going to happen overnight, and you have to stay the course.
I remember during the pandemic when she was stuck in Texas and she was unable to go home, how difficult it was for her at that time, and the conversations that we had, just trying to keep her, keep her company and, allow her to feel like she was not alone. She ended up staying with a family of a teammate. But it was difficult for her, and she eventually got to go back home. I think it was early in 2021, and the reality of that struggle in itself was significant.
Yes.
Because when you talk about the challenges that when you talk about Eldrick Florial, the work that he's done to get her back on track after that very difficult period for her, and for her to come through the injuries that she's had as well, totally dominate the NCAA indoors and outdoors, and eventually become world champion indoors, Olympic champion, and of course Diamond League champion. It's just testament to the very things that you just talked about, the work that went into making it possible.
Yeah, I was at the barbershop the other day, and she came up, her name came up, and I was asked where she came from, and I said, that she went to school in Jamaica, she went to high school in Jamaica, and they said, yeah, and I said, yeah. And they were like, but I don't remember her. And I'm like, well, do you remember Kevona Davis? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Kevona Davis, she was in all those races.
All of them.
Every single one getting beaten. But it also shows that your trajectory is not my trajectory. And you have to be patient sometimes. You have to wait your time. You have to put in the work. But when it's your time, Leighton Levy, it's your time. And if you're determined enough, and if you are willing to go through the process, then yes, great things can happen.
And just for the listeners, listen, just to put into context where Julian Alfred is right now, there are only 3 Caribbean women who have run faster than she has. Elaine Thompson here at 10:54, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price 10:60, and Sherika Jackson 10:65. That 10:72 puts her among the fastest women ever. Yeah. So, and she's done this in her first year as a professional athlete from the tiny island of St. Lucia, from a small little community of Cicerone. She's done fabulous work, and of course, I'm sure because as you can see on the screen, so many people there are inspired by her and will continue to be inspired by her.
Yeah, and by the way, she's now ahead of Merle Notty, who was 10.74. And by the way, I think she has a resemblance of Merle Notty.
And Christy Aron, people forget 10.73 from France.
Yes.
You know, she's faster than all of those women. And, you know, when you look at in the modern era, there are only 4 women who run faster than she is as well in this current era. We're talking about Carmelita Jetta and Marianne Jones. We're talking about from Shelley Ann Fraser Price right through right now. She's the 4th fastest and among the best.
Very much, no doubt about it. The Olympic 100 champion, the World Indoor 60 meters champion, and she is the Diamond League winner at 100 meters as well. Julian Alfred will be covering her homecoming throughout the course of this week. And yeah, we'll be chatting with Mariah tomorrow, no doubt. We'll be back on the SportsMax Zone. We'll close the show today with Interactive. Stay with us.
They want to be like Julian Alfred. Hands